Testing. Okay. Hello. Hello? Can you hear me? No, I can't hear you. I'm double checking my speakers. Give me a second. Yeah, the speakers are right. Okay. Try again. How about now? Why don't you try calling me? Maybe that'll work if you're doing the outbound. Oh, you know what? I think I might know what the problem is. Hold on. Try now. Maybe it's your microphone. I don't even see you registering talking.
Uh,
There we go.
yeah, for some reason the default wasn't working and I had to select internal microphone specifically.
Oh, lovely. So how's your day been?
I mean, it was okay until I tried to make my new character in D&D Beyond and went absolutely fucking crazy trying to figure out which source book I had to buy to get access to the Raven Queen as a patron.
Oh, wow. And which book would that be?
I don't know. I still don't know. I I
I'm,
figured out how to get a Tabaxi character pretty simply,
yeah.
but then when I tried to figure out which book got me access to the Raven Queen, they were like, "Oh, it's in the player's handbook," and I was like, "But I own that. It's the most basic one. It's the
Yeah.
one I first got." And they're like, "Oh well, she shows up in this thing," and I'm like, "Oh, okay. I guess I can spend the $30 on that," and then it didn't get me access, and now I'm like, I've continued to
Which
search,
are you looking?
and
What are you looking for? The uh what is it you're looking for from the Raven?
I just want to be able to have her as a patron because
Ah,
the
okay.
story for my Tabaxi warlock is that she so
Yeah.
the thing about my Tabaxi warlock is that she's based off my cat,
Yeah.
and my cat platonically loves a big titty goth girl patron, aka me. So I figured her in-game character should get to have a big titty goth girl patron, and the Raven Queen fit the bill. So I just want to be able to have her as the patron for my warlock character.
All right. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find out. They figured out how to find them without having to buy the whole damn.
Yeah, I don't have. Well, I guess I technically do if I dip into my savings, have the money for like one of the bundles, but I don't want to
No, no, no.
spend
I
that
mean,
much.
you can buy individual pieces. It's only like $2.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
I
So
was not seeing that on the
for
marketplace.
example, here, let me send you a link. If you go here to Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, you can scroll all the way down to the very bottom of that list, and you'll see individual purchase items,
Mm.
including all of the monsters you can add to the cart. But I already used this before because one of my players wanted the Levitus type tiefling option. So I was able to buy it for only $1.99 instead of buying the whole book.
Oh, that's so useful.
It can be a
All right,
gift,
let's see.
but if it's a background, I'm not really sure. But that's just the Tome of Foes. Uh,
Yeah, it's
maybe it's
not
in the
saying
Sasha. Maybe it's in
Raven Queen in here anywhere.
uh Raven. Let me look something up. Maybe she's under a different god or shadow. Where's the Shara Kai? Maybe if you just purchase the Shara Kai option. Let me look at that. That's kind of what it's looking like. Let me share my screen and see what I'm looking at. Are you able to hear me okay?
I can hear you okay.
All right. I had to adjust the microphone a little bit because it was picking you up when you were talking. I didn't want the stream to be double talk. But anyways, I'm streaming right now. Just don't want you to be surprised. It is an adult stream. I don't care about you know. Yeah, $1.99 for the Sharakai.
I mean, I'll try it.
Let me look at the thing itself and see what their options are.
I'm definitely going to add Mephistopheles tiefling to that, just because.
Servant of the Queen. Is the Shark Tea are bound to the Raven Queen, cursed forever to serve her in the Shadowfell.
Right. Hopefully that'll get me what I need.
Something I found out that I'm really happy about and I'm kind of excited is that when I get my business license at the end of this month or next month or whenever, all of my D&D purchases are business expenses.
You're breaking up a little.
When I get my business license, I can actually claim all of my D&D purchases as a business expense.
Oh, that's great.
Right? I'm just like, my World Anvil account, all of my subscriptions to D&D Beyond, all of that, that's all going on the company card.
Mm-hmm. No, doing that did not get me the Raven Queen as an otherworldly patron for some reason. Let's see. Do I have it? Maybe if I turn off multi-class requirements, that'll help somehow. I don't know. I'm just grasping at straws. Nope. Still, the Archfey, the Fathomless, the Fiend, the Genie, and the Great Old One are what I can pick from. But, well, thank you for that tip about the marketplace. Now I can hopefully, look around and try and see if I can somehow find it.
I'm back. Sorry. Ugh.
You're fine.
I just had to run and get a drink.
I was just saying thank you for that tip about the marketplace, because that's going to make it so much easier.
Right?
Yeah, and so much cheaper.
Yeah, I mean, at first I was just kind of the only thing that sucks though is that if you buy the book, you don't get comped the individual price.
Yeah.
So I'm only doing that rarely, and I'm gonna try to buy all the books as soon as I can. I mean, especially if I can use it as work. Ooh, huh. Um, a new race.
Yes, Sakia, we know you miss our landlord. The landlord's cat is complaining because it's the weekend, and on the weekend he likes to go and find garage sales and buy uh, increasingly odd things for the house.
Yeah. What race are you making the warlock?
Tabaxi.
Try changing the
Because
race to the one that you just bought and see if that dark queen opens it up. And then, if that indeed is the case, you might need to make a custom player background in order to do it. I'm trying to think like a programmer
right.
here.
All right, I'll go to builder then. Race. Change race. Mm. Well, that's odd. I do not see that race available for playing that I just bought.
It's a sub race of an elf.
Ah, okay. I see dark, Eladrin, high, pallid, sea, and wood.
Right, let me look it up.
You know, I'm just going to choose custom lineage for now. Nope, custom lineage doesn't let me do it.
What was the name of the Shardakai? Okay, it is a race, it looks like. Okay, I click on the race, and it says elf, and then Shardakai. I guess it's a race? Or they just fucked up the whole.
Well, whatever it is, I can't choose them as a race, despite having just bought them.
Refresh your screen. Maybe it's a cookie, or refresh the page. Maybe it's a cookie.
Right, I'll try that. If it'll let me refresh the screen, it's kind of not doing that currently.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like the Shardakai are an offshoot of the elf, so it should be under the elf list.
Yeah, it still just says elf 6 sub races, and then it doesn't let me choose that one. So I'm gonna keep race.
Okay.
I'm gonna continue to leave Otherworldly Patron blank.
All right.
And of course, now I have to go back and there we go. That's
Raven,
fine.
that's
The character sheet. I don't know. I'm starting to get very, very upset with D&D Beyond.
the Raven Queen is in the DMG. You have the DMG itself on D&D Beyond.
Well, hang on one second. It's looking like the marketplace did. Okay, here is. I'm going to look at my past purchases because maybe the purchase didn't go through for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah, it did not go through. I'm gonna try it again.
All right.
I don't know if it got like declined or what, which is weird because I use PayPal.
Yeah.
Saying save and continue. Place my order. Alright. Now I'm gonna go to my characters and try once again.
Oh, hey. I need to learn how to make. I have the software. Let me. I want to see if I can get the Dark Queen because I have the Dungeon Master guide.
Yeah, I tried changing it to the Shadarkai, and now I have Blessing of the Raven Queen, but I still can't choose her as a patron.
All right. Let me check. Do you have the Dungeon Master's guide bought or no?
Here, I can show you what I have bought.
Okay.
Did you do count? Order history. I'm just gonna take a screenshot and send it to you.
That's fine.
I swear to God. Is this it? Alright, I'm sending you what I hope is the right thing. Yeah, that's the right thing. I couldn't tell because the preview was so small.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what I have. Yeah, I was showing something about subclass. Oh, well, see, wouldn't you do
Undying and then pick the patron?
You're breaking up still.
Sorry, wouldn't you pick the Undying and for your patron, and then
Well, that's
choose?
not listed as an option either. Um, I can look for that when I'm looking through the source books, though.
See here. The beings of this sort include Venka, Lord of the Hand and Eye, the Dread Lulz, Lich King Bull, Undying Court of Aranel, Lich Queen of Githani, Deathless Wizard.
Which one are you looking at for that?
I'm under Warlock Hexblade classes. Or Warlock class description. It's under Hexblade. Maybe that's who
Um,
you need to make the pact with.
well, hang on. Which source book is Hex?
That's straight up Dungeon Master's Guide.
Well, the thing is, like, I don't have the Undying listed as a possible patron to choose. So
Do you have the Hexblade as one?
hang on, let me go in and check.
Okay. Because I'm reading this here, and it says you made a pact with the mysterious entity from the Shadowfell, and this is the Raven Queen itself.
No, I have the Archfey, the Fathomless, the Fiend, the Genie, and the Great Old One.
All right, then. The Hexblade is what we need. Let me see where that is. Looks like it's in Xanth's Guide to Everything. It's Wizard subclass.
Okay, let me find that.
Damn, these hex blades look nice.
Mm-hmm.
The hex blades look really nice. At level 1, you get to place a baleful curse on someone, and as a bonus action, choose a creature you can see within 30 feet of you and they're cursed for a minute.
Nice.
And until the curse ends, you gain a bonus to damage rolls against the cursed target. And any attack roll you make against the cursed target is a critical hit on a 19 or a 20. And if the target dies, you gain hit points equal to your warlock level plus your charisma modifier.
Alright, I'm gonna try again at the patron. So now I've chosen the Hex Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Hex Warrior. So I'm hoping this is the Raven Queen that I've tied myself to.
It's the same Raven Queen as that other, as that elf subrace that you were looking at.
Yep. So then spells, do I get any yet? Or nope.
You get an
Level
expanded
10.
spell list. You get Shield and Wrathful Smite.
I'm just gonna save it as is, and then I can go back in and level up as need be.
Awesome. Glad I could help with that.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome. So I wanted to show you if you check out the shared screen, we have these word prompts. I can't really decide which one I want to do. We got a building associated with healing the sick, medical condition which is feared, by some, a new medical cure or treatment or breakthrough. I have a little bit of an idea on that. A species or working animal, a species of working animal, ethnicity whose cultural exports are highly sought after, extraordinary writing tool or a type of writing tool, area or geographic landmark wrapped in myth, legend, or superstition. I have a good place for that. A myth about a mountain, lake, cave, or other landmark. There's a couple good places for that. A myth or a fairy tale about a prophecy, oracle, fortune telling, or another revelation. Not sure. And then a festival associated with a celestial body. That's kind of hard when the realm doesn't really have a celestial body itself. Which one do you think
All
would be
right.
good?
What was the one you said you already had an idea for?
Well, there's an area or geographical landmark wrapped in myth, legend, or superstition. Or there's a myth about a mountain, lake, cave, or other landmark. And the medical cure, treatment, or breakthrough. were the three ones that I had some ideas
Uh, why don't we go with an area or geographical landmark wrapped in myth, legend, or superstition?
on. All right. I want to see what the entries are. Oh, we got a lot of people who've done them. The flooded forest, multicolor forest, mountain, southern island, the mist. I'm not gonna read any of those yet. So right now, map. You know, do it. Ah, awesome. I don't actually have the article. I don't think. Northern Mountain. There's rules, of course. So if it's an article that I've already done, you can't really do it and submit it.
I can't make the screen bigger. Oh wait, there it is. The screen.
So here's what an article looks like. There's another place we can do that'll fit that also. But this is the Northern Mountain because Ard'Vanwa is in a space outside of time and reality. There's no real north or south or any way to measure where you are. The Northern Mountain is like
Okay.
a massive asteroid of solid metal and iron that just slammed into the island at some point in its history. And so you can see it no matter where you are. And so they kind of given it the moniker of a North Pole.
Mhm.
So I don't want to edit the map. I just want to view it. The load. One of the things we can do, and I'm open for names right over here, is the Trask Valley. You know about the Trasks, right?
Vaguely.
Okay, so the idea is that Terry the Trask is one of the displaced, and they eat constantly. Normally, they just eat and then they go to sleep for about 60 years. But since time is weird here, Terry only sleeps for about a week. So the forest grows exponentially. So crops and anything you put in the ground grows like crazy fast. So as long as Terry stays over here, he can eat everything all the way up to about where the forest starts. Then it just turns into grassland and then desert just because of the roaming habits of the Trask. So I was thinking the Trask Valley would be a good spot to start making uh, to start working on the article, since that'll be the
All
home of
right.
Terry, since that's kind of our mascot here. So can you have another idea or a better name for the, like, maybe Terry Valley, or um, actually have an overhead shot that looks a lot better.
What about the Valley of Terror?
Ooh. One of my work goals is to have a 5-second soundbite of Terry Crews screaming into a microphone so I can use for Terry's bar. I got Tara Reid to read one of my fan fictions. It's not outside of the realm of possibility. Or Tara Strong, sorry.
Oh, nice. I love Tara Reid.
I meant Tara Strong, my bad. The voice of uh Twilight Sparkle and every other voice actor and actress in your childhood.
Oh, she's really good too.
Yeah.
I like her as well.
Yeah, my bad. I have so many tears in my head right here. Massive space dinosaur or dragon's dead, and this is where the Trask.
I'll be honest, half the reason I love Tara Reid is like the bad movies she's been in.
Oh yeah, like Sharknado.
Yes.
All right.
uh
So
her
Valley,
in that movie is just, it's like loving the lack of energy. Go on, girl, give us nothing.
right? I like to I love watching really really bad movies. I mean, one of the things that I used to do is every Sunday I would do a Godzilla watch-a-thon, and we would watch the dub and the sub of the same movie one after another.
Oh god.
And it was terrible and great at the same time, you know.
Yeah, I'm just remembering that it wasn't Godzilla. What was it? Gamera?
Gamera,
Uh
yeah.
yeah, the one where it's like without something or traffic accidents for the sake of the children.
Oh yes. Gamera is the friend of all children, but will destroy anyone and anything in its path to save a child.
Mhm.
Okay. I just opened this one. It's so cold.
Like, I knew that moment because of memes before then, and then I saw the dub of the movie and I was like, holy shit, it's actually canon.
Yep.
And the rest of the movie was
Mm-hmm.
insane too.
One of the players helping me write the articles. We're doing articles. No. So, we're calling it Valley of Terror or Terror Valley.
I think Valley of Terror is better.
All right. So, current location. So this is how you do the articles, basically. You're
Mm.
basically web page building here. Parent location is going to be Ard'Vanwa, since that's the realm we're in. Ruler. I don't have Terry. New Terry. Rank. I don't really have a organization. Organizations contesting ownership of this would be the Terrisburg City Council because they are trying to manage that property, right?
Yep.
Cherry Valley, Valley of Doom. Why would you go there?
I feel like there should be an exclamation mark along with that question mark.
There we go. Geography. So what I'm doing is we're doing these as kind of a journal, and so if you do this aloud here, it actually makes this really cool page journal thing. Geography. The Valley of Terror is desolate of all life due to, and to reference another article, you do an @ and it actually shows up all the different articles. And you just hit enter like that, and then it will automatically link it. So whenever you actually go to the page, it'll pull up a link for the Tarrasques.
Oh, that's neat.
And when you finish the aloud part, like that, reload. And it looks like, an actual log entry. Ecosystem. Cloud. Very. Ravenous. Nature of peace. Life.
Shouldn't that be the life inside the valley?
Yes. The life inside the valley, though, it quickly replenishes, is consumed within a week by wandering.
Just like when you have goats in a field.
Exactly. Ecosystem cycle. The forest tries to overtake the valley next month due to eating habits of the grass. It keeps the encroaching tree line at a stable. What am I thinking? At a stable?
Um. Well, first of all, it should be it keeps.
Yes.
The encroaching tree line at
A nominal level. It's not. It doesn't grow and it doesn't fall back. He eats enough to keep it stable. Is what I'm trying to say.
at a stable mark at yeah, I think at a stable mark.
Okay.
Or at a stable line.
Okay.
And you forgot the Sorry, I used to do editing. I used to be a copy editor, so
Hey, I appreciate all of the help. Oh, Have at it. So what
All
were you
right.
saying?
There should be an A between at and stable. Also, I would recommend saying something other than stable line, like replace line with something like mark or boundary, because otherwise
Right.
it's a little repetitive because you just had tree line.
Okay. Localized phenomena. How to survey into during stress grid shows a massive dragon skeleton. How big would you say this is? Because here's the city, and
How big is?
that holds about 1,000 people.
Oh boy. I'd say that dragon is like 6 times the size of that.
So I'm thinking Terry sleeps in its skull.
Yeah.
The itty bitty cave right in there. I want to do like a massive, like big old dungeon, like just in the dragon's head at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I
Also,
could
it's small enough to fit in its skull, and it eats all of that area that's turned brown. I mean, that is.
the Tarrasque has it literally like a pocket dimension in his stomach. All it does is eat. But what's funny is, as scary and as powerful as the damn thing is, it only can move like 30 feet of turn. It's slow as hell, and it can't fly, and it doesn't have any actual like projectile attack. So if you just keep your distance, you're good. Let's start with maybe about 100 feet or 100 miles. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Yeah, estimated. The dragons.
That's the wrong spelling of tail. There you go.
I've been reversing tail and tail with all of my writing. I've been getting them backwards all day.
Mm-hmm.
From snout to tail, it's unknown. Dragon. Or
Of a
the end
really scary
growth.
Pokemon. The end evolution of
Yeah.
really.
Proto-dragon, the end growth. Here.
It would be who, not whom. There,
Okay.
I believe. It's whom if the pronoun you're replacing is
Okay.
his, hers, or theirs. It's who for all the others.
One of the theories that I'd want to kick out is that dragons they don't die of old age. Really, they
They just
ascend.
sort of wither.
Yeah, they either turn into liches or they turn into guardians, or there's a whole bunch of things they turn into. But basically, they like ascend into a higher plane, and become a higher being. That's kind of what the dragon's horde is. Is it's basically like experience points to players. And when a dragon gets old enough and they collect a large enough horde, they can use that horde to buy their way into ascension, basically. So my idea with this dragon was that it got trapped there. It didn't have a horde, and it just kept growing to the point where it died of old age, which is something that doesn't happen to dragons. It's something that's spoken about, but it's not something that anybody actually has seen, or at least not anybody of a learned profession of sorts.
So, sort of like it's common folk knowledge, but the academics do not. It's not been replicated in any academic circles, and therefore is not knowledge.
Right. They know dragons tell people, they can die of old age, but nobody's actually seen it happen. But if a dragon is stuck in here and it's cut off from their ascending realm, then it would be like a koi, a koi fish, right? Like it would just keep growing until it dies. History of the Valley.
Or maybe it's like a lobster. Like they can live forever, but eventually they stop being able to molt, and that's what kills them.
Ooh. that would be a horrible way to die.
Yeah, crushed inside your own exoskeleton.
Yeah. Not much known about. Once roll around fluoride. Speculated post to that. There we go. Tourism. What would want somebody
We refer you back to the other name of this place. Why would you go here? Tourism. Oh. But
yeah.
Also, it's possible that there's like a fucking. So, does your universe have capitalism?
Okay. You're gonna love this. So here's the state of the world right now. Okay, Ard'Vanwa is a communist world. The city council is. It's not really communist. It's a
socialist.
Sort of. Okay, because they are survivors and they're literally trapped on an island. They banded together with all of the other survivors they've met, dwarves, elves, and whoever, and halflings, and whoever else will actually work with each other. Most of the evil races, they just kind of stuck to themselves and just went off on their own and just like, fuck you guys. But everyone got together and they're like, all right, we need to pool our resources. We need to make sure that, the group comes first, is basically the mentality. This evolved into a city council of sorts, where the main demographics, humans, dwarves, elves, and halflings, each vote in 2 representatives into a council. Those councils have the final say of everything. There's no other voting, just vote for those council members, and then they run the city. There's no ownership in the city. If you're a member of Terraceburg, everything is everybody's. Nobody, no other citizen can go up to your shop and just take what they want. No. But if a city council member does an inspection and you have a magic sword that can be given to one of the halflings that are going out scouting for food and other stuff outside of the wall, then they will sequester your object and give you a receipt, and give it to the inappropriate halfling to so that they're better armed since you're not using it. Mind you, this does not make people too happy. And there's been a large influx of underground black market products where people are using gold and silver and other stuff to buy and trade, stuff that is found uh, outside of the walls. People are smuggling in stuff and aren't reporting it to the city council. And so there was and this is the book I'm actually going to write for this campaign. I've decided I'm going to make an actual like novel out of this story. But basically, Aaron, the guild manager, who before the Explorers Guild was created, before they broke out of this realm, um, she was involved in an incident where somebody was hoarding magic scrolls, and she just now learned how to use them and stuff. And after she watched the city council take all of this wizard's stash and go and banish him, she got really pissed off and grabbed one of the scrolls and used it, and it was a wish spell. So that's kind of where and there's kind of a law called Aaron's Wish, and it really fucked up the realm when she did it because that's what created the lake and the forest itself. Before she used the spell, no, before she used the spell, it was just a dry, desolate land and like barely anything could grow. And like all of the clerics were using every single trick that they could to purify as much food and water as people could scavenge and stuff. But afterwards, it's still poison to grow in the ground, but water is clean. The fish are clean that's in the water now. And the forest and everything else grows everything within a week. People age until their prime and then they stop. Nobody dies of old age. Nobody gets pregnant. And that's all part of Erin's wish. Is she wants people to keep safe and not and have nobody suffer. And so because of that, they are the city council kind of are resentful for her using that spell because she just kind of did it without their approval. And when they broke through to Nastara, they put her in charge because of the Explorers Guild because of her experience as an office manager in our world. Uh, because she realizes the implications of what's going to happen if we start sending people into other realms and just bringing back, whatever, it's going to actually cause a massive market crash of sorts. And the fact that any item from this realm is automatically flagged to teleport back to it at a random time. So any gold they have in here, any items that they make in this realm, can't really be sold or traded outside for any other produce market or any other food or supplies or whatever they need. So the idea is because of the explorer point, the experience point system and the gold point system or the gold piece system, I converted them into a currency that is going to trade between the city and Mystara. So the Explorers Guild is kind of an in between market for the citizens of the city and the citizens of what other realms that we're working. So, I definitely am going to start keeping track of everybody's resources, how much money the guild has acquired, how much um, money and stuff that players have sold to certain NPCs. Whatever quests are done for certain people, those are going to expand and increase the viability of certain bonus quests or magic items, stuff like that. Because if you figure out, some wizard in the library is trying to figure out how to make a magic dagger and needs a couple, things, and sends you out to go find something, then you get the EXP for the quest, some money and a pretty cool dagger from it. So
Mm.
you know, I want to try to make this as fun and interactive as possible. I don't want there to be just a magic shop with items. I want there to be a magic shop filled with items that players have helped gather and create. That way, I think the more it'll be more rewarding because
I Yeah, I see that.
I mean we have a blank, massive stronghold now after the first module, but I'm leaving it blank and empty because everybody just moved in. The more the players
Mhm.
bring in gold and stuff into the guild vault, we can actually pick rooms and be like, all right, let's make this the armory. Let's make this kind of a shop. Let's make this kind of shop and sell this sort of stuff. And then we can, work with the players and everyone and actually build up the world to how people want to play and do things. For people who can't play because of scheduling in life, I eventually want to open up options for players to have their own shops and to create their own quests for active players. So if somebody can only
Mm.
play it like 2 or 3 times a month, or or every 2 or 3 months, they can still be like, you know what, I want to run this shop. I want this new weapon. We figured out it's going to take this, and this. So they go and they post a quest saying, I need a unicorn horn and I need this and this and this for, and I'll give you this much gold. So
Hmm.
those are my plans.
Yeah, I really definitely like that last part that like players can sign up to run a shop or create quests or whatever.
Exactly. I mean, I want this campaign to have 3 or 4 active groups going at the same time with like 2 or 3 DMs running games, and just have this being like a living society of sorts, and just use it to fully explore the world and playtest all the different modules and everything else that I can come up with, but still make it a because I mean the reason why I'm doing this is you can't play test a module without actually playing. You know, I mean, if I were to just
Hmm.
take the the first module we did, and I were to just take the pre-generated characters, give them to people, and be like, all right, I loaded up the dungeon, go on, and then half the stuff wouldn't be interesting because it's just nameless junk. It's a +1 sword or a fake magic wand. But in my mind, it's like, why is there a fake magic wand there? Who is this guy that's creating this 60-foot mural that shows him massacring an entire army? you know, and it seemed like a big waste. So that's why I kind of switched. I'm doing it. Mm, Nothing grows here. Did you get your World Anvil account set, or did you give me your World Anvil name yet? No.
Oh, I haven't started it yet. I forgot.
Okay. Mhm. Absolutely nothing here. Uh, Natural resources. What kind of resources do you think would be out in there? Minerals, salt.
I think minerals are a possibility. Also, perhaps some rare bones, or like potential artifacts left behind by people who either foolishly or unwittingly entered into the area. um Also, if that creature eats as much as it does, it must have some pretty there's going to be a lot of poop, so it's possible that so there might be some actually really rich soil deposits in some areas.
Huh. Hold the terrace. Wow, here's the inside of a terrace.
Yep, and it's illustrated your
Intestine.
you can see the actual, like, you can see that it does in fact have a large intestine and a urine tract.
Yeah.
Way down at the bottom.
Belly full of treasure. All right.
Uh,
Yep.
After easy pickings, it should be from, not for.
Speculated rice droppings are filled with.
Yeah.
You want to reach your arm into a big pile of terrace poop to look for magic items? Oh, there's a little line there.
I see you also use GIMP. Although, to be honest, I haven't done any digital drawing in approximately forever.
I mostly just photo edit and mess around. I haven't really done much drawing. I'm planning on getting into it at some point. And we're gonna. Oh, come on.
Just so you know, I won't
Yep.
be able to help you with more than one page today because it's
Nope.
getting kind of late for me.
Not a problem.
Yeah, not like have to go to bed late, but like
Yeah.
almost dinner time late. And I still have some of my own writing to do.
Yep.
There's an is missing from that sentence.
Where's that?
It says, "Who knows what the name of the massive dragon whose bleach boat lays across the landscape?" There should be an "is" somewhere in there.
Is that better?
Better. Still a little awkward.
Yeah. Ooh, I know.
You could also add after the. Oh yeah, that's good.
How's that all look? Tourism. Why would you go here? I don't. I never know what to put for my tags. Still there?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. So, do you have any other things that we think we should change on this, or got the banner?
It seems good to me for like we could always go and add more details later,
Yep.
but for now it seems like a good start.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah, not a problem. All right. Well, I appreciate your help, and I will let you go then. And if
All
you want
right.
to work on some more, I will help you get your writer account up, and I'll show you how to do these yourself too if you want to. So again,
Yeah.
they're really easy to do. It's basically fill in the question. you know.
Mhm. All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye. All right. So what's what? I just finished.